Now that you've booked your cruise, you're looking to add an excursion to the fun, but you're just not sure which one to pick or what you can expect from it. Well, today I'm going to take you along with me on my Gorda Bath excursion that I did in the British Virgin Islands. And hopefully after watching this video, I can help you decide if you want to book this excursion or not. So stick around. I'm also going to tell you what to bring with you and what they don't tell you when you book this excursion. Let's go. What's up everybody, it's Anitra with Tube Factory. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, a big welcome. Cruise excursions, they can be so much fun and they can add much more excitement to your cruises, but I know some of you, just like me, have probably done some excursions that were just so overrated. You wish you just stayed back on the ship and took full advantage of your drink package. So I took a cruise on the Norwegian Escape and I booked this Gorda Bath excursion. Now I booked it directly with Norwegian Cruise Line, because if I had any issues, I know that I could just deal with Norwegian directly instead of a third party. Now, there are some private companies that operate the same excursion. I'm just not familiar with any of them, but if anyone knows of a good one, let me know in the comment section which one you would recommend and if it's worth it. Now, let's get on with the excursion. There was a short 5-minute walk to the ferry boats from the ship. And I have to say this excursion is a very popular one because the line to get onto the ferry boat was a little long, but the staff members, they made sure it moved pretty quickly. So don't expect to wait in this line very long. Just arrive a little early so that you can get the best seats on the boat. I didn't take my own advice and I ended up sitting at the very top and I was exposed to the sun, but I did not regret this because I was able to capture pictures of the beautiful island without any interference on the way there. So now that everyone is situated on the boat, the staff gave us a safety briefing and precautions to take while during the excursion. And this is when I remembered that this excursion was a self-guided one. But don't let that freak you out. There will be a staff member there to assist you and your group. After a 30 or 35-minute boat ride, we hopped on open safari buses to ride up the mountain to get to the baths. And there is a short ride through a town called Spanish Town. And I was surprised to see how they use mural paintings to remind tourists when they're on their way to the baths that this island of paradise they're visiting was a part of the slave trade once. Once we arrived at the top of the bath entrance, the staff gave us more safety precautions and some rally points for when we were done with the excursion. Now, the first phase of this excursion is the beach area, and it's about a 15-minute walk from the bath entrance. Now, the walk didn't require a lot of physical activity, but I wish I had worn different shoes other than the flip-flops I had on. The sand on this trail, it's very slippery and there's a lot of rocks that are slippery as well that you're going to be walking on. I would say it was more annoying than a challenge, so make sure you're wearing proper shoes and not flip-flops. I think beach shoes would have made a better experience for this, so just keep that in mind. Other than that, the views along the walk was just breathtaking. Make sure to stand on top of one of the rocks when you get to the top of the mountain. Here you can see both sides of the island, and I was able to capture a lot of beautiful pictures here. We finally got to the beach area, which the water was just beautiful. Now, I have a question for those who have done this excursion. If you can remember, tell me how much time you were allowed to enjoy the beach in the comments section. I don't know if my group was the exception to the rule here, but we were only allowed about 30 minutes to enjoy the beach before moving on to the next phase of the excursion. So after the beach part of the excursion was done, we started our journey to hike through the caves. And I would say that this was the most breathtaking part of the excursion. It was like a little hidden paradise. But with all of the excitement, do not forget to take full advantage of the photo shoot opportunities here like I did. Now, this part of the excursion, you will need to be prepared to start climbing over some rocks and walking up some stairs, so get those muscles ready to start doing some work. This is where I really want to tell you to be careful because I noticed the rocks were very slippery here, and maybe some of that was due to me not having on the proper shoes, but for someone who has mobility limitations, this could probably be a challenge for you. The further we got along the caves, there were some areas we approached that required us to use a rope to climb up and down some stairs. Now, this part of the excursion, I recommend you to be very careful as well. While using the rope to get down here, I didn't realize that going backwards put me at risk of hitting my head. In my opinion, I'd say if you can climb up and down stairs and hike over rocks, then this excursion is definitely for you. This is just one of the many excursions that most cruise line offer, so I would say just pick the one that you know you're capable of doing without any issues, and most importantly, try to pick one that's really fun. Overall, I would say this excursion was a great experience and a great addition to my cruise memories. Although I wish we did have a little bit more time to enjoy the beach, but don't let that be a deal breaker when you book this excursion. I still had an amazing time. Now, if I had to rate this excursion, I would probably give it a 5 out of 5 stars of approval. I think it's adventurous enough for both adults and children, and it's absolutely fun. Now, a few tips I want to share with you guys is to make sure you arrive at the ferry boats early. They do fill up fast and you want to get the best seats. Also, bring with you some water, a light snack, and some towels. Trust me, you will need all of them. And what they don't tell you about this excursion is that at the end, you get a nice, cold, strong glass of rum punch. Who doesn't love a good rum punch, right? Let me know in the comments section, what do you guys think about this excursion? Do you agree with me? Do you feel like it could be a challenge for some? If you've done this excursion, let me know what your experience was like. I would love to hear it. If this video was helpful, please support the channel by subscribing, hitting the like button, and turning on that notification bell for more videos. It's been Anitra with Tube Factory. Take care, guys, and happy cruising.